Oh my God, Jesse. I just heard the news from Mom. She just came to me all giddy like, I just met Jesse's fiance. He's a super great guy. Blah, blah, blah. Are you actually getting married?
Yep, I sure am.
You are? What's his name? What kind of guy is he? Send me a picture.
His name is Harvey. I met him at work. And, about the picture, I'd rather hold off for now if that's all right with you. If I were in his position, I'd rather not have someone sending my picture around without my permission.
Aw, come on. What's the matter with sending me one stupid picture? Don't be stingy. I want to know what he looks like. And, uh-oh, I think I get it. You don't want to send me his picture because you don't want anyone to see how ugly he is. Am I right?
No, you couldn't be farther from the truth, Anna. He's a handsome guy. If I were being honest, I'd have to say he's even way out of my league, even.
Oh, yeah? Then there shouldn't be any problem with you sending me a picture of the guy. It's only natural for me to assume he's ugly if you don't want to show me his picture.
You'll just have to wait until the wedding for the big reveal then.
What? Are you telling me that you're not even going to let me meet him until the day of the wedding?
I'm sorry, Anna, but it was difficult enough for him to get enough time off work to come and meet our parents.
He's got weekends off, though, doesn't he? Bring him over on a Saturday or something.
He's really, really busy at work. They call him in on weekends all the time. So as much as I'd like to, I can't make any promises on bringing him down again just to meet you.
That's no fair. I want to meet your fiancé, too.
Sorry, Anna. It's just not going to happen.
All right, fine. Whatever. So when's the wedding going to be? How long am I going to have to wait to meet the guy?
Right now we're planning on a date about 6 months from now.
So you haven't decided on a specific date yet?
Nope, not yet.
That means you haven't picked out a venue or anything either, right?
No, actually. We're looking at a few places, though, but we haven't decided on any specifics.
Then let me help you out.
Huh? You mean you want to help me plan our wedding?
I'm an eligible bachelorette myself, Jesse. I could meet Mr. Perfect and get married myself any day now. It would be nice for me to have some experience in all the steps of planning a wedding. You know what I mean? And who knows, I might get some really good ideas from you that I can use for my own big day.
I don't know, Anna. We have pretty different tastes. I doubt that there's going to be anything that you would like.
You don't know that for sure. And besides, you have a terrible fashion sense. Don't even get me started on cosmetics, too. You don't know mascara from eyeliner. I mean, sure, you've been taking some pointers from me lately, so I guess you've improved a little. But if it weren't for the dedicated instruction you've been getting from your little sister, you would have gone down the aisle looking like a sack of potatoes.
I don't know.
I do know, though. You would be lost without me. I mean, it's bad enough that you aren't cute at all. If you pick some weirdo dress that accentuates your bad features, you're going to be humiliated. You don't want to look bad on the most important day of your life, do you?
The thing is, Harvey and I were planning on going dress shopping together, though.
I may not have ever met this Harvey guy, but one thing I do know for sure is that you should never take a man's advice on women's fashion. It's a recipe for disaster. They're totally clueless. Trust me, Jesse, a blind beggar has more fashion sense than the two of you put together. Anything you two come up with is going to be hideous.
I think we'll be fine, Anna. Thanks for your concern, though.
Yeah, I am super duper concerned. This is you we're talking about. I'm your little sister. I know you better than anyone else in the world. I don't want to see you ruin your own wedding with terrible fashion decisions, Jesse.
Look, Anna, again, I appreciate your concern, but we're going to be fine. This is our wedding, and we want to plan it the way we want it to be, just the two of us. So trust me when I say that you don't need to worry about us. I'll tell you what, how about this? If there's ever a point where I feel I need your expert opinion, I'll let you know, okay?
I don't know, Jesse. If that's what you say, all right. But don't forget that there's no one out there who understands your bad taste as much as I do, okay? If there's ever anything, no matter how small, that you need help with, let me know right away, got it? Hey, Jesse, are you not home yet? I'm waiting out in front of your apartment building. I got some fresh coffee and donuts. Hurry up and let me in before they get cold and stale.
I'm sorry, Anna, but I'm not going to be home until really late tonight.
What? But why? You're not going out with Harvey today, are you?
No, I'm visiting a friend of mine in a neighboring city.
Oh, that sucks. What am I going to do with all these donuts now? I guess I'll just have to throw them away.
Why would you throw them away? Can't you just eat them?
Are you kidding? I can't eat these. Unlike you, I have a slender, feminine physique to keep up with. I only bought these for you. I was never going to touch them. Man, I spent $30 on all that stuff, and now it's all going to waste.
$30? How many donuts did you buy?
A dozen. I mean, you would be able to gobble 12 little donuts up by yourself in no time, right? I know. Tell me what your mailbox number is. I'll leave them there, and you can have them for breakfast or something.
Would you mind taking them home with you? Our mailboxes aren't that big, and I'm pretty sure the management wouldn't appreciate people leaving food in them. It might cause rats or bugs. I wouldn't want that. And for the record, I'm currently on a bit of a diet. My wedding's only 3 months away and all. So I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to eat them anyway. Plus, both of us have agreed to not eat out for a while to save some money.
Are you out of your mind? The only thing you had going for you was your curves.
Let me ask you this way, Anna. If you were me, would you want to look like this on your wedding day?
Good God, no, I'd rather die. But that's me, not you. I've always been careful not to get fat.
And I've decided that my wedding is the perfect opportunity to get into shape myself. So I appreciate you bringing a gift over, but I'm afraid I won't be eating any donuts anytime soon. So don't bring me any more sweet stuff like that, okay?
Can I talk to you about something, Jesse? You've changed since you've gotten engaged. Before, you would never turn down an opportunity to chow down on some donuts with me. We used to go out together all the time, too. But these last few months, I've been lucky if I get to see you once a week. I didn't think you were the type of girl who would change this much just because you got a man in your life.
It has nothing to do with me dating Harvey. Think about it. You didn't even realize I had a boyfriend until I told Mom and Dad I was getting married, right?
Well, I've been pretty busy pursuing my career as an Instagram model since last year, so I guess I didn't notice. But when I think about it, maybe this has been going on for longer than I thought. Actually, yeah. Remember last year when I was crying my eyes out asking for money to buy a concert ticket? You didn't give me any money, did you?
That's because you were trying to buy a front row ticket for $1,000 from a scalper. In any case, I decided to go on a diet. I realized that I hadn't been taking good enough care of myself and want to fix a few things before my wedding.
Look, Jesse, you're my big sister, so I feel like I'm the only person who has the guts to say this to you straight up. Can I be brutally honest with you?
About what?
About your whole diet thing. Losing weight isn't going to change the fact that you're ugly. I mean, do you really think that's the extent of your problems? Dropping 5, 10, even 15 pounds isn't going to suddenly transform your entire appearance. I get it though. Your wedding is coming up soon and you're really excited. But I really think you need to face reality here.
Even if that were the case, I still want to lose a bit of weight.
Didn't you hear me? Your curves are your only appealing feature. If you lose weight, you'll lose the only thing about you that would make a man attracted to you.
Anna, if you're done, I think it's my turn to say my piece. I think you're being more than just a little bit disrespectful to me, and I'm not talking about just this conversation. You've been this way for as long as I can remember. If you want to think that I'm ugly, then that's fine, but do you really need to tell me?
Of course I do. I'm telling you this for your own good.
Okay, let me put it to you a different way. I don't like it when you call me ugly, so stop doing it. I'm already perfectly aware of my appearance without your constant reminders.
That settles it. You really have changed. Whoever this Garvey guy is, he's completely brainwashed you.
Brainwashed me? Well, I suppose you could put it that way.
What? You mean he has brainwashed you? Is he in a cult or something? Is he trying to drag you into it?
No. I'm trying to say that he's washed away all the self-doubt and misery that I once had and replaced it with confidence and happiness.
Oh, well, isn't that lovely? Okay, once again, I gotta be brutally honest with you. Do not say that at your wedding. I think I would die of secondhand cringe. Hey there, Jesse. I need to apologize for something.
You do? What is it, Anna?
The thing is, I'm gonna have to cancel on you tomorrow.
Tomorrow? But my wedding is tomorrow. You're not coming to my wedding after all?
That's right. I decided that I don't want any part in the wedding of two ugly losers. Not only would it be a total waste of time and money, but if any of my cool Instagram friends found out I was there, I would never live it down.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. I'll call the venue and tell them they don't need to set up a seat for you.
That's it? That's your reaction? Aren't you, surprised? Or are you just putting on a strong face to hide the fact that you're heartbroken?
No, that's not it. I don't know, I kind of saw this coming somehow. Like, I knew deep down that you really hated me. And now my suspicions are confirmed.
It took you this long to catch on? My God. It was like, no matter what I did or said to you, you always thought of me as your darling little sister. And now that you're over 30 and finally getting married to someone as ugly as you are, you finally realize it.
Like I said, you always talked to me like you thought you were better than me. Like calling me ugly and fat at every opportunity. But in spite of all that, you are my only sister. And when you weren't belittling me because of my looks, I actually did enjoy all the time we spent together. So, yes, I did always think of you as my darling little sister.
Aw, that's so sweet of you, Jesse. I'm touched, really. But the truth is, I never saw you as anything but a fat, ugly loser. So yeah, my original plan was actually to go to your wedding and totally steal the show from you. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to do, since I'm like a million times prettier than you. But if I wore a beautiful flowing white dress to go along with it, everyone's eyes would be on me instead of on you.
Wow. If you did something like that, you would probably get a lot of attention. You've got that right. But not the kind of attention you think you'd get.
Nah, I'm fully aware that everyone would think I was a psycho if I did that, so I was debating whether to do it or not for a long time. It was a tough decision. On one hand, ruining your wedding for you would be super hilarious. But on the other hand, I would rather not ruin everyone's impression of me as a sweet, innocent, pretty little thing. But that was until I saw him. I saw your husband, Jesse.
What? When?
You moved out of your apartment last month to go and live with your husband, right? Yes, I know that you got legally married already. You're not hiding anything from me. When I heard you were moving, I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to sneak a peek at your husband without you noticing. So I hid out in a nearby cafe until I saw a moving truck going by, and I followed it right to your house.
Huh. That's some pretty impressive detective work, Anna.
Mom was going on and on about what a super great guy he was, and you just completely refused to even send me a freaking picture of the guy. So I was thinking, wow, what kind of uber-eligible Adonis must this guy be? But he's just a chubby, middle-aged guy with a scruffy beard. You two were made for each other.
Oh, well, thank you for saying that. I'm glad you think that Harvey and I make a great couple.
That wasn't a compliment, you moron. So yeah, I took one look at him and knew that I didn't want to be in the same room as him. I'll bet he only showers like once a week. So with a gross groom and a bulbous bride, I knew that there was no way I was going to go to that wedding. I mean, you couldn't pay me enough to be seen in public around you two.
I'm glad you're finally being honest with me, Anna. As much as you're my sister, however, I'm afraid I can't sit by and allow you to disparage my husband. It's one thing for you to mock me, but Harvey doesn't deserve to be spoken about that way. If you don't want to come to my wedding, that's fine with me. But I don't plan on speaking to you again after this.
So we're in agreement then. I don't want to associate with a couple of homeless shelter rejects like you two either. Man, why did I have to be born into the same family as you? I deserve to have a beautiful family. Well, whatever. I'm gonna marry Nate Green anyway.
Nate Green? You mean the lead singer of that band you like?
Yeah, they were performing at the concert that you were too cheap to buy me a ticket for. Once I marry Nate Green, then I'll have a beautiful family that I was destined for.
Uh-huh. Well, good luck with that. I hope you enjoy your life, Anna.
With you out of my life, I'm gonna enjoy it way more now. Have fun with your ugly husband. Oh, and be sure to save up a lot of money to get your ugly kid's plastic surgery. Jesse! Why didn't you tell me
Tell you what?
that your husband Harvey is Nate Green's older brother?
You never asked.
I just checked his Instagram account, and he put up a picture of your wedding. He blurred out your face, but I could tell that it was you in the picture with him. I can't believe you would keep this a secret from me. You knew I was a massive fan of Nate's. I've been going to all of their concerts that I can this entire year.
You really don't understand why I would hide Harvey's identity from you?
No, now explain yourself.
Isn't it obvious? If you found out that Harvey was Nate's older brother, you would be constantly bugging me to let you meet him.
Duh. This is the Nate Green we're talking about. He's only the single hottest guy in the music industry right now. His band is about to go on a world tour, too. This is so unfair. I've only ever seen Nate from way up in the cheap seats, but you got to take a picture with him.
And whose fault is it that you didn't come to my wedding, Anna?
If I knew Nate was coming, I would have dropped everything to come. I'd crawl a mile through broken glass, rusty nails, and use syringes in order to meet Nate up close at your wedding.
It's precisely that psycho attitude of yours that made me debate whether or not I should invite you to my wedding in the first place. You're right, I do know how big of a fan you are of Nate's. And so I was understandably concerned about what sort of nonsense you'd pull when you realized he was in the room. So I called Nate personally to tell him about you and see what he thought. And you know what he said? He said that he's more than used to crazy fans and that he didn't want me to leave my sister out of the wedding for his sake.
You called Nate? As in, you have his number?
Well, yeah, he's my brother-in-law after all. I don't think it's strange for family members to have each other's phone numbers.
Then, if you and Nate are family members and I'm your sister, that means me and Nate are family too. You have to introduce me to him.
Sorry, no can do. He's already left. They're going on a world tour soon, remember?
What? Then when am I going to get to meet him?
Probably never.
Is he going to visit for Christmas or something? I'll be able to meet him then, right?
I wouldn't count on it. He's a world-famous musician.
Whatever. The next time he comes to visit, you had better let me know.
Do you have the memory of a goldfish? Just yesterday you told me that you never wanted to associate with an ugly loser like me ever again.
That was yesterday, though. I'm sorry for what I said. There. Now we've made up, and you can introduce me to your hot rock star brother-in-law.
Did you really think it would be that easy to get me to forgive you?
What do you want me to do? Get down on my hands and knees and beg for forgiveness?
You've been saying all sorts of cruel things to me for as long as I can remember. But I always held out hope that deep down you were just being honest with me because you were family.
That's exactly right. Sure, I may not have the best way with words, but I was just trying to help you when I called you ugly and fat. I wanted to encourage you to be healthier.
That's a lie. You know it and I know it. The plain and simple truth is that you were just making fun of me. You even said so yourself yesterday.
I was just angry, that's all. I didn't mean it.
You have an anonymous Instagram account, don't you, Anna?
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's too late for you to hide it, Anna. I already know. You posted a picture of us together a few years ago that went viral. You know, one of those which would you rather have pictures. I saw that, Anna.
Oh.
You tried to hide it by blurring out our faces, but I could still tell that it was me and you. It was a picture that you took of us just a few days before you posted it.
Okay, there's a very good explanation for that. It's called viral marketing. You know, those kind of pictures get tons of views, likes, shares, and comments. I thought I could use it to propel my modeling career. And I blurred out your face, so what's the problem?
The problem is that you continued to post that exact same kind of picture. Not only that, you were always posting about your fat, ugly older sister. Like a few months ago after you found out I was getting married, you posted, quote, "My fat, ugly sister just told me she's engaged, but she won't let me meet him. She's totally lying to impress me." Then when you found out I was telling the truth, you posted another banger. "My fat, ugly sister is married to an equally fat, equally ugly man. God, I feel so bad for their future children."
I'm sorry, okay? I was just jealous that you got married before me. I'm almost 32, you know. I want to meet a great guy and settle down, but all the men around my age are a bunch of indecisive losers.
I bet that's part of it, but that doesn't erase the fact that you've been just as cruel to me since even before I got engaged. You've hurt me so much, Anna.
I'm so sorry, Jesse. I realize now that I was totally out of line and totally wrong about you. I mean, you got married to the older brother of a world-famous musician. You're the luckiest girl in the world. Either that or you got piles of karma built up from being a good person all the time. So please, Jesse, I'm begging you, forgive me.
No.
Come on. Why won't you forgive me? I told you I'm sorry. And that's not all talk. I feel genuinely bad about what I've done to you.
I thought I made myself clear yesterday. I can deal with you talking trash about me anonymously on the internet. I can even forgive you for trying to ruin the diet I was working so hard on. But when you dragged my husband Harvey into it, that's where I draw the line.
I'm sorry for that too.
You're going to have to learn that some things can't be fixed with an apology. I've done more than enough for you over the years as your sister, and I'm not going to do it anymore.
I'm really, really, really sorry, Jesse. I'll never say anything mean about you or your husband ever again. I'll do anything you ask me to. Anything. I'll even be your slave if you want.
Sorry, Anna, but I've resolved to spend the rest of my life with only people who genuinely care for me. You're just going through this act because you want to meet Nate.
That's not it. It's just, you're the only person I have to talk to.
That's not true. You have a bunch of followers on social media, don't you? Hey, I've got an idea for your next post that's sure to go viral. My fat, ugly sister just disowned me. I blocked Anna's number immediately after that last text and got a new phone the very next day. I'm sure that right now she's bombarding my parents with texts complaining about me, but that won't work. I told them about everything she's done to me up until now when I introduced them to Harvey, so they know what she's really after. It seems that Anna hasn't quite given up just yet. A month after cutting off contact with her, I heard that she had been arrested. Apparently, she had tried to force her way into the backstage area of one of Nate's concerts. When the guards stopped her, she started screaming that she was Nate's family member and had every right to go and see him. As a result, she's now barred from the band's concerts for life. As for me, Harvey and I just found out that I am pregnant with our very first child. I can't wait to see what the future holds for the three of us.